Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to make a little video today, just showing my detailing process. My car is ceramic coated with G-Technic, the pro grade version, which is about like 7 to 9 years. I just wanted to show you guys what I do and how do I take care of it and do maintenance washes on it. If you guys watched my oil change video, at the end, if you guys were able to reach the end of the video, I said I was gonna make a video on installing the lowering springs and spacers. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a video on that. It was pretty difficult to kind of install by myself, because I'm not that mechanically experienced, but I was able to get it done. It did definitely took a long time. It wasn't too bad, but definitely you need to know the techniques, and you definitely need to put everything back together how it was. I can tell you guys that for sure. If you guys are going to be installing lowering springs, definitely be aware, like, it's going to take definitely a couple hours. Not even a couple hours, it's definitely going to take a long time. Just be patient, do the job right, and do it perfectly, you know. But yeah, my car is currently on lowering springs, on RSR lowering springs. Nothing too major. Definitely a better fitment. Definitely close off the wheel gap just a tad bit, but it's nothing too crazy. You know, this is a luxury car. I don't want to ruin the rideability, the comfortability, all that stuff. But yeah, here's the fitment, and that's how it looks. Pretty good. I think it still sits maybe a little uneven in the front. Maybe that's just how it is. My car is the all-wheel drive version, so I'm pretty sure these cars come factory. From the factory, they just don't sit evenly. But yeah, that's how it looks. It looks really good, very subtle, but makes a huge difference. I'm also on 15mm spacers as well, all around. Trying to show you guys. Fitment is basically perfect. It's like flush. I've seen people run 20mm spacers. Like, that's way too much. I feel like that sticks out your fender a little too much. You're gonna be kicking up rocks, stuff like that. But as you can see, the front, it lines up perfectly. Nothing too major. And for the rears, you know, the rears could maybe do a little better, but again, I didn't really feel comfortable doing like 20mm spacers in the rears. I just want to do something subtle, but I think it looks perfect in my opinion. But yeah, I think we should go ahead and get started on the detailing video today. My car is not that dirty. I've been washing my car basically weekly, just trying to keep up with the maintenance and trying to keep my ceramic coat alive. If you want it to make it last 7 to 9 years, you're definitely gonna have to do this. You need to keep up with your washes, and yeah, I enjoy the process. I like detailing. I love it. Feel like it's pretty therapeutic, and you know, you're just working on something that you love. And I just love washing my car and keeping other things clean. Yeah, my car right now is not too bad. You know, got some little bit of brake dust, definitely some dirt coming out of the door jamb, stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where I mix my chemicals and show what you guys I'm using. All right, guys, these are the chemicals I'm gonna be using today. For my foam cannon, I'm gonna be using GSF by Koch Chemie. Done a lot of research on this. It's pH neutral, has decent foam, but it's gonna be able to give me the lubrication I need on my touch wash. And speaking of touch wash, I'm gonna be using CarPro Reset in my bucket. This is made for ceramic coated cars. It's not recommended to be used on cars that have like your normal or traditional waxes and stuff like that. It is pH neutral, but just because of the ingredients, it does strip. It's probably going to be stripping those waxes and stuff. if you guys do a deep dive into these products, you know, I feel like these are one of the best to use on a ceramic coated car. If your car is dirty, that ceramic coat is not going to be hydrophobic and it's not going to be able to do its job. So these products will get the ceramic coated cleared up and unclog the pores of the coating. So that's going to be used on my paint. The foam can I'm going to be using is from McKillans. I think it's their wide mount. I think it's about 32 ounce, something like that. And then for my wheels, I'm going to be using P&S Brake Buster. Bought a gallon. It's pretty cheap. You know, you can dilute this. It's going to last you a while. Same for these. These dilution ratios are really good. You only need a little bit of the product, and it does an amazing job. So I'm gonna get started on mixing my brake buster. I'm gonna be using let's see here. I forgot the dilution ratio, but I just remember the measurements. So for the brake buster, I'm gonna be using 6 ounces of product, and then the rest, I think it's 29. Let's see here. Well, actually, let me get back with you guys with that. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a 5-to-1 ratio. So basically 6 ounce of product and 29 ounce of water. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just want to show you guys all the steps that I'm going through. And definitely get these measure cups, guys. Like, these are super useful when you're mixing your products, and so you don't have to eyeball it or you're guessworking. You don't want to use too much or you use too little. It's just going to help you save money and use the right amount of product. All right, let's see here. All right, that's 6 ounce. And oh yeah, for my foam sprayer, I'm using the IK Foam Pro 2, and this thing works pretty good. Like, it has nice foam. Definitely, I recommend getting this for your wheels, or you can even use some of these products on here to get some foam on your paint. But obviously, I got the foam cannon, or the foam cannon. It's mainly to use, like, maybe if you don't have access to water and maybe you're using a rinseless wash. But let's go ahead and get this in the sprayer. I'm gonna go out here. I'll fill it up with some water and rinse out this measuring cup. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and guess while I'm right here, I'm just using a Greenworks pressure washer, 1700 psi with 1.2 gallons per minute. Works pretty good. You know, you're not doing anything too crazy. You're not washing like commercial building or something like that. It's enough power, enough GPM to wash your car. All right, let me go ahead and get this rinsed out real quick. And then 29 ounces of water, which is gonna be about 35 in total of volume. Which is right there, is pretty good. Go ahead and get the spray on top, get that closed up. Get this pumped up and pressurized. Make sure I lock that before I accidentally click the trigger. All right, I'm gonna move on to the foam cannon real fast. Forgot my measuring cup. And you really do not need a lot of the foam. Let's see here. I think I only need probably 2 ounces of it for the foam cannon. Trust me guys, a little bit goes a long ways. This bottle can last you multiple washes if you properly get it measured out. But let me go ahead and get it filled up with water as well. Alright, I'll set that one there for later. And then, pro tip guys, make sure you wash your car, you know, late in the evening or when the sun's down, or even when you have shade, or even early in the morning. You just don't want to wash your car in direct lighting if you're in a time constraint, because you don't want any of the products to dry in your car. So if you want to take your time, definitely just do it early in the morning, late at night, or in the shade. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some of the shampoo, CarPro Reset. And this right here is amazing stuff. You only need you barely need anything. And it's for like, I use 3 gallons of water. That's all you need. You need like 20 milliliters of product for 3 gallons, which is crazy, and it foams up like crazy. I'll show you guys here in a sec. But let me go ahead and get this for y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna be putting in 25 milliliters. That's all you need. Look, I barely use this bottle. I've used like 4 washes already. It's amazing stuff, and it smells really good too. I'm just gonna dump it in my bucket right here. Get that sprayed out. I'm gonna get this bucket filled up about halfway, and then later I'll use the pressure washer to get it foamed up. But for the tools I'm gonna be using a Woolly, and I'm using two wash mitts. They're actually not mitts, but they're wash towels. These blue ones right here, they're I think about like 450 GSM. And this yellow one right here is I'm gonna be using it on my wheels. But the key thing here, and the key thing is the method I'm using today. It's called the 1 bucket method. So to my people out there that maybe that know about detailing stuff like that, you might have heard about the 2 bucket method, which is you have 1 bucket of clean water with product and the other bucket to rinse out your towels and mitts. Well, I'm gonna be using the 1 bucket method, which I found seems logically it makes more sense in preventing scratches and cross-contaminating your tools and stuff like that. Basically how it works is I have these towels. They're gonna be in the clean bucket, and once I use them, I discard them. I don't throw them away, but I'm just gonna put it to the side and don't put it back in the bucket. And this is gonna minimize any of that dirt that got in the towel back into the bucket. You just want to minimize scratching your car as much as possible. And like, shout out to Larry from Ammo NYC. I've learned a lot of stuff from him. He's my go-to guy if I'm ever learning how to wash my car properly, and like all the tips and tricks that he gives me. Also shout out to Pam the organizer. I love his videos. He always does like product breakdowns, and also he shows us how to wash a car properly as well too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that filled up. Some of the things I'm using a boar hair brush for my wheels, and maybe the softer bristle for the paint and badges. I usually don't really need to use it because my car's not that dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the part where I start rinsing out the car, and yeah, be right back. Alright, got the shampoo bucket filled up with water, and now we're gonna get to the pre-rinsing and stuff like that. So the key thing here, guys, is you gotta rinse top to bottom, because you know you want the dirt to fall down and go down along with it, because you don't want to start from the bottom and straight back up, because you're gonna just push the dirt back up, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little time lapse of me spraying on the car, and I'll get to the part where I clean the wheels. Alright guys, I just got done pre-rinsing the car, and what we're gonna do first is the wheels. That's because the wheels are the dirtiest, and you just want to get it out of the way, because let's say if you clean your wheels after, you don't want to be spraying it down and have all that brake dust and all that gunk back onto your paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bucket sudsed up real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys how I clean the wheels. Go ahead and show you guys how I clean my wheels. I got my wheel towel here, and make sure you don't put this back into your bucket at all, just because you don't want to cross-contaminate. And remember guys, if you fold up your towels, you have 8 sides, so that's something to think about. And that's why I'm only using 2 towels to wash my car, because you have 8 sides, and that's going to be 16 sides in total washing your car. Alright. Got my pump sprayer. Get my gun. And show you guys what I do. I'm gonna let that dwell for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and foam up the other wheel to get that dwelling, and then we'll just swap in between. And make sure you guys are washing your car after you guys are done driving, make sure your car is cooled down before you wash your wheels. I'll give it maybe like 15 minutes if you guys are just got done driving, just because you don't want to get your brake, you don't want to warp your rotors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get this pumped up. All right, this wheel is gonna be dwelling, and I'm gonna attack the wheel. Let's see here. And same concept with the wheel paint on top. I'm gonna clean from the top to bottom. Definitely need to get another bucket, because I don't gotta for my wheels. Yeah, let's I'll get this foamed up. Increase lubrication. Just scrub away. Obviously, make sure you know what wheels you're made, or what material your wheels are made out of. Even though these brushes are made for cleaning and washing your car, they can still scratch them. So you want to get the right brushes to make sure you're not scratching your wheels by accident. So same concept, I'm just attacking the face of the wheels. Going from top to bottom. Get you guys a better view. Alright, get my towel foamed up. Start scrubbing up these spokes. Flipping sides as I get to the bottom. Alright, that's really how you clean your wheels. It's not that hard. Give it a quick spray down real quick. That's how I clean my wheels. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a time lapse now on the other 4 wheels. Alright guys, you guys just watched the time lapse of me cleaning the wheels, and I just put some of the Reset in this sprayer just to help me do a little pre-treat in the lower areas, and like if there's any bugs or tars and stuff like that. Basically I'm just doing it around the wheel arches and the door jams where it's the most dirty. I'm also going to be putting it on the front bumper, just anywhere I see dirt, stuff like that. And this is just going to act like a pre-treat and hopefully break down all that dirt and grime. So, get that. And then we'll go ahead and get this foam cannon started. Show you guys what that's like. Alright. And then I'm gonna be foaming the car twice today, like how I always. First one is to basically pre-wash, foam it down, let it dwell for a second, then you spray off. And then when you go to your contact wash, you want to foam it down again and then go in with your towels, just because you want that foam and all the surfactants to help the towels glide on your paint and not scratch it. You basically want as much as lubrication as you can get, just to try to minimize the scratching and just marring your paint and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what it's like shooting the foam cannon. right, McKillans done. Now you just want to let it dwell for a couple minutes. Let that foam do its job and bring down all that dirt by itself. Then I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down. I'm gonna foam it down again, and then we're gonna get into our contact wash. Alright guys, you guys probably just saw me spray down the door jambs. They were pretty dirty for some reason this time, so I just had to put some reset in the foam sprayer and get it foamed down. I'm gonna go ahead and foam down the car one more time, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack the door jambs first, just because of how dirty it is. So I'll clean out the door jambs, let the foam dwell again, and then we'll do the contact wash. Guys, just got done with the contact wash, rinsed down the vehicle and got in the door jambs. For some reason it was abnormally very dirty this time. I'm not too sure, maybe the rainwater, but we got 2 steps left. We got the topper and the drying process. So the reason why we do maintenance washes on ceramic coated cars is to add these toppers that are specifically made for ceramic. So I'm going to be using a wet coat just because it's so easy to use. You just spray on and rinse off, and this will increase the hydrophobic of your paint surface, and at the same time, like I said, this is going to increase the durability and the life of your ceramic coat. But yeah, like I said, you just use this, spray it on and spray off. Super easy. We're gonna go ahead and do a time lapse of that. I'm gonna spray it everywhere, about like 1 to 2 sprays per panel, and yeah, I'll get to the drying part after I get done with this. Alright, just got done putting the wet coat on the car, and now for the last important thing to do is to dry off the car. I'm going to be using a electric leaf blower. I'm going to be using a Greenworks Pro 80 volt leaf blower. This is honestly the best way to dry your car, so you don't have to use any towel and do a contact dry, because if you're drying your car with a towel, that can cause that can cause a lot of scratches. If you're not using a drying aid, for example a quick detail while you're drying your car, you're just doing like worse, if like rubbing rocks on your car basically. But yeah, if you're gonna dry your car with towels, definitely use a drying aid like a detailer, or if your car is coated, you can use air. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick time lapse of this, and then that'll be really the end of the video. Alright guys, that's what she looks like all dried up. Man, yeah, I cannot lie. I mean, the video, or the camera doesn't really do this justice, but she is shiny right now. She's super clean. Couldn't be more happier. But yeah, that's just a little video on how I do a maintenance wash on my ceramic coated car. Cleans up super good. Try to maintain her every week, but the only sucky part is about the rusty brakes after I wash it. The wheel is super clean right now, but once I move the car, and it rubs all that rusty brake dust onto my wheels, but it's all right. But yeah, that's how she looks like, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More content to come. I'm just waiting for a little bit, and I'll be showing you guys all the steps, or showing you guys all the journey that I'm gonna be doing with this car. And if you guys have made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Like, really, I really appreciate it. I love making videos and showing what I do. So yeah, thank you very much if you guys made it to the end of the video. And one last thing to leave you guys is I made these carbon like little mud flaps. Here's like, and they're still a prototype, so don't mind how it looks. This one is one of the two designs. This one's a little bit more aggressive. It fills out the wheel, but it protects the paint a little bit more. And the other one over here is my personal favorite. It's a little bit more less aggressive, but it gives your car some protection, because since my wheel is sticking out quite a bit, that mud flap is going to protect any rocks or anything getting kicked up onto my door right here. But I just want to let you guys know that if you guys are interested, I might be able to make some more of those carbon mud guards. So if you guys are interested, please leave a comment down below, and maybe I can get something worked out and start selling them for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll catch y'all later.